What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you're having a fantastic day today. And today we have a halfway point update of my massive trip from June 2024 for you all. I really hope each and every one of you are excited for today's video. And without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started, everybody. So I thought I'd give you all a really nice bridge halfway update here as to what's going on here in this massive trip. So if you've been on Instagram following along, you know exactly what's going on here with my massive excursion here for June 2024. This will likely be the first, only, and last opportunity I'll ever have to do a massive trip within 25 days. So of course we took advantage for this opportunity, and as you can see, it has been absolutely massive thus far. So definitely go check out my Instagram if you haven't got a chance to do so already, to catch yourself up to speed on exactly what this whole map encompasses. I'll give you a brief rundown, of course, but we're roughly about halfway through this excursion. So we have just landed back in the United States after doing literally all of this right here, and I'll go through it all briefly here in a moment. But from here, we have a really exciting plan ahead, and definitely check out Instagram to get ready for it. So we have some really fun excursions planned along with Airliners International 2024 in Kansas City. So overall, it has been super fun thus far. I'm sure I'm recording this on June 7th, so this should be coming out probably in about 2 weeks or so as I get back to the United States. So I'll briefly go over what we all have here and what's been going on. So again, feel free to check out Instagram for the full rundown, but here's what we have so far. On June 8th, we went from Tulsa to St. Louis here on the Southwest 737 to go to the St. Louis Air Show, which hopefully turned out to be a bunch of fun along with the rest of these events. And then from there, the next day, we went from St. Louis to Newark on United to end up going to JFK to go plane spotting there, into TWA Hotel and all the rest of that. So hopefully that turned out to be a super fun experience for my very first transatlantic flight to explore a whole new region, and just crazy to even process all this. This JFK excursion by itself is already huge. It's a little tough because of what all's going on over here to really reflect on how important this is, but just crazy to think about not only that, but then from there, Virgin Atlantic Airbus A350-1000 from New York John Kennedy to be my longest flight ever to this point, all the way to London's Heathrow International Airport. It has certainly been a fantasy, I would say, of mine to be able to visit London Heathrow along with all of what's going on over here, and I'm super excited and fortunate to be able to experience just this to this point, and hopefully that turned out to be an incredible flight. Looking so forward to that and how it turned out. So that's going to be absolutely awesome, and will be an amazing video down the road along with what all already has gone on over here. So from there, let's go ahead and get a more consolidated version so you can see exactly what's going on there. From there, we had a full spotting day at London Heathrow, so I hope that went really well to experience some really different traffic and overall gain a better appreciation, understanding of this type of aviation, obviously not being in the United States. So looking super forward to that. And then next, we're going to be heading over to another aviation capital for so many fun events. That's going to be on KLM from London Heathrow to Amsterdam. So really excited to check out the Netherlands, and they have so many amazing aviation activities. So looking extremely forward to that, and it should be another just incredible experience to gain a better appreciation, understanding of what's going on over there. So that should be absolutely awesome on a brand new aircraft type for me as well. The A350 was too. And now we have the Embraer E2 making its rounds. So never thought the first one I would fly would be right there, but been very fortunate to be blessed with this opportunity, and super excited to be able to take full advantage. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Plenty of work went into make it possible, and I'm glad to work all those hours to make this happen. But man, super excited for this. And then from there, from Amsterdam, after a really great, hopefully, visit to the museum that they have, the model aircraft store, and all the plane spotting, from Amsterdam all the way back over to Helsinki on a Finnair Airbus E350. Extremely excited for that. That should be a great documentation of that segment and how that goes. So I'm looking super forward to that. Another A350, this time domestically in Europe, but obviously a pretty long hop here, as this will be the most northern point I've went to in the world, to my knowledge, I believe. So I want to double check. Yeah, not even close. So obviously it's been Vancouver to this point, but that would come out closer to the Warsaw area, which is coming up shortly. But Helsinki definitely will take the cake for the most northern place I've been to thus far. And then after a really exciting layover there in Helsinki and getting a better appreciation there, we'll be going to Stockholm, and that's going to be our first time in Sweden on a Finnair E321. So that should be really exciting. I'm looking super forward to that, to gain a better appreciation of Sweden aviation. So we'll be there for a day with some really cool accommodations along with some super exciting plane spotting, and looking extremely forward to all of that. That should be an awesome time. After a day there, we're going to be going on a LOT E175. Originally it was going to be 190, but now 175 from Stockholm to Warsaw, Poland. So looking super forward to that and adding yet another country on this itinerary. And after a short layover there, and after an exciting LOT flight, we'll be taking Lufthansa for the first time. And I could be wrong in the aircraft. I think it's a 319. It could be a 320 Neo, but nevertheless, it is going to be Warsaw to Frankfurt. So looking super excited for that. Should be a really nice flight, as you can tell. Some pretty substantial length there as well. So that will be a great opportunity to test the European domestic model and see what it's all about on narrow body aircraft. So looking forward to that. And then we have an extended layover in Frankfurt. The original plan was to go Frankfurt, Zurich, Barcelona, but they ended up not having a segment that worked into this itinerary because it was all on one from Stockholm to Barcelona in one day. So what ended up happening is we got a reroute after they have so much to do there, plane spotting and just so much. So the layover ends up working out well anyway. Trying to find balance between doing all the activities and picking up segments here for this kind of opportunity for myself was extremely challenging to do, but luckily this ends up working out really well. So going from Frankfurt to Barcelona. So the original plan was to have a full day here, but just with how much is going on here, all the segments, so on and so forth, originally it was going to have to be terminated. But the great news is that we have a substantial layover time. I think it's like at least 5 hours or so. So that should be wonderful. And now we're going from Frankfurt to Barcelona on a Lufthansa A321. The other high desire here was it was originally going to be a Swiss A321 from Zurich, but again, it falls into place how it's meant to be, so no complaints here, and that should work awesome. Another super exciting flight from Barcelona. The whole reason that we're getting there is to get on a fifth Freedom flight from Barcelona to Milan, Italy, on a Singapore Airbus A350-900. So super excited to compare this A350 to this A350 to the other A350. So third A350, just crazy to think about that, and fifth Freedom flights for the win, as a super good price was there for that. So I'm so excited for that. From there, we're going to be sending some leisure time in the Swiss Alps before heading back to Zurich, and that's going to be our first time in Switzerland at their airport. So super excited for plane spotting there and all the events before we take on a Iberia A320 from Zurich to Madrid. So that should be a super awesome time getting back into Spain. Hate to backtrack, but again, this is certainly worth it because the next flight is going to be Madrid to London Heathrow once again on a British Airways, or sorry, a Iberia Airbus E330-200. So super excited to get that wide body in, and that'll be my first time on 330-200. So, or sorry, my second time actually, my bad. So that should be absolutely awesome, and looking super forward to seeing what that experience is like. That one will be in premium economy. So really looking forward to that and getting a better appreciation for that product. From there, one more full spotting day in London Heathrow in case the weather doesn't go our way on the way in. So ending and beginning in London should be great. And I again, a huge fantasy is mine. Always been super just obsessed. Obsessed is probably the wrong word, but always just really curious about British Airways, so on and so forth. So this will be a great opportunity. And then from there, we come back and fly from London Heathrow to Boston on the British Airways A380. It really hints at why I got that 1-200 earlier this year. Safe to say that that's going to be probably the best flight ever. I'm so excited for that, and that's exactly where we made it to at this point, which I'm thinking this will be on June 21st, 2024. So from here, we have some very exciting plans, so I hope you're excited for them. I will say that all of it will be taking place in this proximity right here. So actually, I'll even consolidate it a little bit more. Nope, I don't want to open it again. I want to give you a full approximation of the areas that will be taking place here for the next excursion. So I really hope all of you are excited for this. So far, it's been a blast. Definitely go over to Instagram and check it out if you haven't got a chance to do so. But I'm really stoked for this. I might even do a live update just to kind of compare this video to what actually happened, so on and so forth. So I'm really eager to see how it goes, and I hope each and every one of you are super excited for it. It's going to be quite an experience to say the least, and I look super forward to bringing you all this content. But currently coming out in the real life sector, we have the Pacific Northwest content from last summer. So I hope all of you have been enjoying that, and we have so many more videos to come from that excursion, along with so many videos and documentation come out. I will do my absolute best to accelerate all of that to make it as efficient as possible, so we can obviously have all of this going on, because there is so much going on here compared to what we've ever covered here on my channel. So I'm looking super forward to it, and safe to say that we're going to have some very unique reports here, and it's going to be an absolute blast. So I'm really excited for this, and I hope all of you are as well. Hopefully it's been going great so far. Hopefully I'm not dead mentally, because we have so much more to go. But yeah, it's some great rest days to be had in there, and it should be an absolute blast. So obviously going to be very different compared to what I've done so far, but I'm super excited for it, and I hope each and every one of you are as well. It's going to be an absolute blast, and safe to say that we're going to have a bunch of fun on this, to say the least. So super excited for this, and I hope each and every one of you are as well. What a time it's been so far. Hopefully it's been awesome, and I'm looking super forward to what's to come. And I hope each and every one of you are as well. So with all that being said, everybody, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. My name is Redriveraviation. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do you love and love you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon, as Redriveraviation is signing off.